All right, so this is yoga. Just go ahead and sit nice and comfortable. Feel lengthen through your spine, ground through your seat bones, and take a moment to just feel into your breath. Wherever it's at today, noticing and allowing. And then we're just going to plug into our seat bones. Imagine that you have roots grounding you down into the earth. And then you also have a string, an invisible string, pulling you up from the crown of your head, lengthening through your spine. And that string is just going to sway you around, gentle sways around, still feeling nice and grounded through those seat bones, but lifted through the crown of your head with the belly in, spine nice and straight. Good. Sway. With that breath, wherever your breath is at, maybe take it just a little bit deeper. Moving with the sways, with the motion of your body. And as you feel guided, reverse the direction of your sway. And coming back to a neutral spine, just make little movements with the neck side to side. Bring the chin into the chest, move one side, lift up, and other side. Little half moon crescent type shapes that you're drawing with your chin. Good, get it nice and loose. And the next time that your chin is into your chest, roll your shoulders back, lift your chin up, and we're going to keep our shoulders up here. Cradle your head with your shoulders, and then move it side to side. So normally we don't keep our shoulders up by our ears, but this is an exception because our shoulders are help cradling our head, which is protecting it. Just loosen up through the neck. And then bring that chin back to neutral position. Lower your shoulders down. Take your arms out nice and long, palms facing up. And while we're here, just take a moment to set your intention for your practice today. Whatever that might be, something that benefits yourself and benefits all beings everywhere. We're just going to take about 5 breaths, setting that intention, always with the elements of love and appreciation. And on the next inhalation, inhale the arms all the way up, palms touch at the top. Exhale, bow down into it. See how low you can go with those legs in whatever position is comfortable for you. Just surrender into that. Try to push your forehead to the ground or put a block there. Good. One more deep breath. On the exhalation, bring yourself into a tabletop position in the center of your mat and begin rounding and arcing, moving through your cat-cow. Making any little movements along the way that feel good. Tucking that tailbone, chin into chest, and arc. Lift up chin and tailbone. Take your time. Notice where you might feel any resistance, any tension. Just breathe through it. If any movements along the way feel good, just feel into it. Always listen to your body. And the next time you round your spine, curl your toes, take it back into your downward facing dog, walking your dog. Shift that weight side to side. Taking your time as you move through one leg and the other leg. Try and keep your back straight, fingers wide, chin tucked into the chest. Two more each side. And then just start walking your hand or your feet up toward by your hand. So you come into a nice forward fold position. Hold on to your elbows and just sway side to side. Gentle sway side to side. Keeping that belly in. Stretching out through the hamstrings. Just warming up into this. And the next time that you come over to your right side, stay over to your right side. See if you can hug that right leg. Hold on to your ankle on that right side. And just breathe into it. If you're comfortable, you can stay here or lift up that right arm. Keep hugging into that right leg. Left arm, hold onto the right leg. Right arm stretches up, gaze upward, breathe. Good. Yeah, just stretch out that arm, breathe. One more deep breath. Exhale, bring it in, hug both legs. Both legs hug in, chin into the chest, fold into it. Hug deeply. 5 breaths, and then we'll twist our other side. On the exhalation, twist over to that left side. Hug in the left leg. Stay here, a few breaths, and then if you want, we can lift up the arm, or if you want, you can lift up the arm already. Get deep into that twist, and if it's comfortable, lift up left arm. If you want, keep hugging in left leg, right arm, and left arm reaches up. 5 more deep breaths. One more deep breath here. Exhale, forward fold, hug it in. Hug those legs. See if you can touch your nose to your knees. One more deep breath. On the exhalation, put a little bend in your knees, but we're going to slowly round up vertebrae by vertebrae till we come to a nice tall spine. Inhale, arms all the way up, reach back. Exhale, slowly come down. We're going to take a few of these moments. Just slowly hinging down, rounding up through the spine. When you come to that tall spine, inhaling the arms up. Keep going. Exhale, fold down. Hug in. Inhale, round up. Just waking up through the spine, through the breath body. And every time that you come up, option to open up the heart a little bit more and just move at your own pace. Wherever your breath is at. Good, keep going. A few more rounds, and then we're going to take it into a sun salutation. All right, and the next time that the arms are up, open up through that heart, deep breath in. Exhale, hands come under your shoulders, so go nice and deep. Bend your knees and step or jump into your plank line. Gaze forward, deep breath in. Exhale, hug the elbows to the ribs. As you lower, inhale, press up into that cobra or up dog. Deep breath here. Exhale, curl the toes into your downward facing dog. We're gonna hold for 5 breaths. If you want to, you can walk your dog or just hold it. Try to keep the back straight, shoulders open, good. On the next exhalation, bend your knees, shift the weight back, and step or jump your feet up towards your hands, and then slowly round up, vertebrae by vertebrae, till you're a nice tall spine. Inhale the arms up, deep breath. Exhale, fold back down, hands under your shoulders, stepping or jumping into that plank line. Gaze forward, deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower, hugging those elbows to the ribs. Inhale, press up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, curl those toes. And pause in that downward facing dog, 5 breaths. On your next exhalation, bend those knees, shift the weight back, and step or jump up towards your hands. Hands come above or below your knees, and then slowly start rounding up through the spine. Inhaling those arms up, reach back, slowly come down. We're going to take 3 more of these. Hold that plank line, deep breath in. Exhale, hug the ribs lower. Inhale, press up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog, and breathe 5 breaths. Just relax here, remembering your attention, feeling into your breath, stretching out the Achilles heels, hamstrings, the calf muscles, into the back, opening those shoulders, nice wide fingers. On the next exhalation, bend your knees, shift the weight back, and step or jump up towards your hands. Slowly round up through the vertebrae until you're nice and tall. Inhaling those arms up, reach back. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders, and move it into your plank line, stepping or jumping. Good, gaze forward, deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. You've got 2 more. Just waking up that sun inside of you, that energy inside of you. And on the next exhalation, bend those knees, shift the weight back, step or jump forward, and then slowly just round up vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming to that tall spine, inhaling arms up, reach back. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders into your plank line. Gaze forward, deep breath. Exhale, hug the ribs lower. Inhale, press up, cobra or up dog. Exhale into that down dog. 5 breaths. Starting to feel a little bit looser, hopefully. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And bend those knees, shift the weight back, step or jump up, and then slowly round up vertebrae by vertebrae until you come to that tall spine. Inhaling arms all the way up, reach back. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders. Find that plank line, gaze forward, deep breath. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. And exhale into that down dog. And just hold here 5 breaths. And on your next exhalation, step right foot forward. Keep the left foot back, and then keep your hands onto the ground. We're just going to shift that right knee forward and back. Try to keep left toe pointed forward. Shift forward and back. Forward and back. Good. Should feel like a nice stretch in through that front right leg. Forward and back. Another 3, 2, 1. Now you can either stay here if this feels good, or try to lift up that back left leg and hug into that right leg. Stay here, 5 breaths, wherever you're at. Good. On exhalation, lower that left leg back down. Right foot goes back into downward facing dog. And you can walk your dog or just hold your down dog 5 breaths. On the next exhalation, step the left foot forward. And we're going to go back into that shifting forward and back. Try to keep your right foot pointed forward. And that left knee is just going to bend forward and back. Good. Another 5, 4, 3, 2. And then keeping that left leg straight in front of you. You can hold here and hug into it. Or if you want, take that reverse split, lift up that right leg, hug into your left leg, and breathe. 5 breaths. Good. On the exhalation, step that right foot back, take it back into your downward facing dog, walking your dog or just holding your dog 5 breaths. Chin to the chest, straight back, wide fingers. Take your time, feel into this. And then stepping your right foot back forward, take your left foot out to an angle. Slowly come up into warrior one. Palms touch at the top, interlace outer three fingers. Take that right hip, shift back to be in line with the left hip. Stay here, breathe. Gaze forward, open up through the shoulders, lengthen through the spine, tuck in that tailbone. Good, keep breathing. One more deep breath here. Exhale into warrior two, right arm forward, left arm, pull it back. Sink a little bit lower. Good. Keep stretching those arms out and those arms are going to stretch out from either end of the room. Keep breathing. Point that front right knee in the direction of the toes. One more deep breath. On the exhalation, both arms come forward. See if you can balance all the way onto your right foot and shift into your warrior three. Hold here. Try to flex that back foot. Look at something not moving. Hold and breathe. One more deep breath. And the exhalation, both feet come planted under you, palms come to heart center. Into your mountain pose, stay here a moment. Feeling grounded, connected to the earth. Little movement side to side with your head. And say zero ground, all of that energy going into the earth. And that energy going up into your soles of your feet, through your body, up through the crown of your head, say zero source. All of that energy coming up into the sky above you. Big, beautiful sunlight ball of energy. Imagining it coming back down through the crown of your head into your heart center, saying zero heart. Feeling grounded, connected, and centered in your heart center. And we're stepping back toward the top of our mat. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders. Step or jump into that plank line. Gaze forward, deep breath in. Exhale, hug the ribs as you lower. Inhale, press up into your cobra or up dog. Exhale into that downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. You can walk your dog or just stay in your down dog, whatever feels good. On the next exhalation, step left foot forward, right foot goes out to an angle. Bring those arms up into your warrior one. Palms touch, interlace outer 3 fingers. Shift that left hip to be in line with your right hip. Make sure knees always point in the direction of your toes. Stay here, breathe. Gazing forward. Two more deep breaths. On the next exhalation, reach into your warrior two. Both arms out to the side, your shoulders tucked over your hips. Take that back arm, reach it back, sink a little bit lower. Gaze forward, tuck in that tailbone. Shoulders stretch out. Breathe. One more deep breath. On the exhalation, both arms come forward. Shift the weight all the way to that left foot in front of you. Right foot comes back. into your warrior three. Gaze at something not moving. Flex your foot, try to point both hips downwards. 5 more breaths. One more deep breath. On the exhalation, step both feet back under you. This time we're going to bring those palms out to the side like we did when we started. Lift up the chin. Lift up the corners of your mouth. Relax your eyes. Remember your intention for your practice today. Feeling so good. Grounded into the earth. Connected into the universe. Smiling in your heart. Keep reaching those arms out. Reach even your fingers. 3 more deep breaths. On the next inhalation, inhale the arms all the way up, palms touch at the top. Exhale, bring it into your heart center. And we're going to step our feet out a little bit wider than our hips and just start swaying around here. Palms to the heart center. Thumbs into the heart. Good. Loosening up through those hips. Just make it feel good for you. Loosen up any tension. Fast or slow, big or small. Moving the knees, the hips, a little bit of the ankles. And when you're ready, as you feel guided, just reverse your direction. Good. And finding a neutral spine, neutral hips. Maybe widen those feet just a little bit more. And we're going to go down just to one side and up, other side and up. Alternate one side, other side. Make sure those knees are pointing in the direction of the toes. Maybe slight angle out to the corners of the room. Push into your heels. Your toes could even be slightly lifted. Good. Another 3. 2. And the next time that you come over to your right side, stay over to the right. See if you can touch that elbow to the knee. See if you can start shifting so you're looking up to the left side. Open up through that inner thigh. Use your elbow to help you. Option to open up your arms. If you want, you could put a block under your arm too. Stay here, breathe. You should really feel that stretch going deep into the inner thigh on the right side, on the side that your arm is pressing. Keep breathing. Good. Reaching that other arm up, 2 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, bring those palms back to heart center. And we're gonna switch other way. Shift it over, left side. Take your twist, press those palms together. You can stay here, or if you want to, open up. You can put your hand under a block or onto the floor. And left hand, right arm reaches up. Stay here, breathe. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, palms come back to touching. Gently unwind. Sit low into this. Make sure those feet point nice and wide to the corners of the room. Palms to your heart center. Sit nice and low. Stay here, breathe. And on the inhalation, inhale the arms up. Exhale, round, stay low into that sumo squat. Good, keep going. Inhale up. Exhale, round to heart center. 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale to heart. 3. Good. And stay in that goddess pose. Hold it. See if you can walk your feet a little bit closer together and sit nice and low. Use your elbows to open up your inner thighs. If you need to, you could put a block under your seat here. Good, keep breathing. 5 more breaths and then option to come into the crow. 3, 2, and now if you want to, try to do your crow. Put your palms onto the ground, and you're resting your legs on your forearms. Shift your weight so that all of your weight comes onto your arms off of the ground. Hold and breathe. Good. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and place those feet back onto the ground. Straighten your legs out. This time, toes point forward. Start walking your hands out until you feel like your heels are going to lift up, and then shift your weight back. So it's like we're doing a really wide downward facing dog. Stay here, breathe. Good. 2 more deep breaths. Now walk your hands straight under you. So your back is almost flat, and maybe you want to grab your block right here. Place your block, if you have a block, right under your face, or no block at all. Left hand in line as you reach the right arm up. So if you have that block, it's just lifting you up just slightly, or you can place your hand onto the ground. Stay here, 5 more deep breaths. Good, keep that spine nice and straight, belly in. On the next exhalation, reach that same arm in front of you and try to shift, look in front of you. You're gonna feel the core, the shoulder, the back, and stretch into the legs. Good, keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now set that right arm right out in front of you. Take the left arm, hold it onto your right ankle, and look up to the right side. That right arm is going to press into the ground, deepening that stretch. Left hand holds on to that right leg, anywhere but on your knee. On the exhalation, gently unwind. Now we're coming other side. So this time we have right hand out in front of us. Left arm's going to reach up. Good. Keep breathing here. If you want to, you can have that block under your right hand. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And now we're bringing that arm straight out in front of us. Feel the hamstring stretch. Feel that core engage. Draw the belly in. Keep reaching. Somebody's pulling your fingers. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, set that left hand down in front of you, and right hand is going to hold on to your left ankle and look up toward the ceiling. Stretch and twist here. Use that right hand to help you twist. Left hand pressing into the ground. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And exhalation, gently unwind back into that wide downward facing dog. Both hands stretch out, press all the weight back towards your heels. Make it feel nice and good, deep stretch. And now keeping your hands where they are, start shifting your knee one way and the other way. So we're staying nice and wide with the legs and just bend one knee and the other knee. Opening up through those inner thighs. One knee, other knee. Try to keep your knees in line with your ankles. Good. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to set those knees onto your mat. So if you need to, you can double over your mat. We're coming into a wide frog position here. So we're going to get nice and wide through those inner thighs. Resting onto your forearms, just start shifting your weight forwards and backwards. Feel where you feel the most tension. Is it more tension when you go back? Is it more tension when you go forward? Take your time, breathe into it. Just dynamically warming up in through these hip flexors. And at your own comfort level, you can sink lower or not. Protect those knees, have them nice and padded. And the next time that you come forward, we're just gonna stay here, a little bit forward and breathe into it. So by forward, I mean try to have your hips a little bit more in front of your knees. Just keep breathing, surrender into any resistance. 5 more deep breaths. All right, now keeping your left forearm onto the ground, reach your right arm up. Stay shifted just a little bit forward. Hold, breathe. On your exhalation, bring that right forearm down. Now we're going other side. Stay shifted a little bit forwards. Left arm reaches up. Stay here, breathe. This seems like we're not doing a lot of work, but I'm shaking. Hold, keep breathing. 4 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, both forearms onto the ground. Now we're gonna rock the hips back. Woo! Back just a little bit. Okay, I'm feeling it. You should be feeling this too. We're just gonna stay here, breathe for 5 breaths, and then we'll take our one arm up and other arm up. So just kind of release into it. Let it talk to you, talk back to it if you need to. All right, now we're gonna lift that right arm up, left arm stabilizes us, stay shifted backwards. Keep breathing. And on the exhalation, lower that right arm, switch sides. Left arm comes up, breathe. And on the exhalation, both forearms come down, press back up onto your hands. And then we're going to cross our leg. We're just gonna bring our legs out in front of us. Ooh, deep inner thigh stretch there. Take your time coming out of it. Now we're gonna widen the legs, coming into our hamstrings. So start by just walking your hands out in front of you and then walk over right side, walk over left side. Now when you're walking side to side, you'll notice that your opposite hip is going to want to lift up. Try to keep it grounded. Try to have a lot of that work just be in the counter action of grounding the other hip bone than the side that you're on. So I'm on my left side and I'm pushing into my right hip bone. Now walking over to my right side, pushed into your left hip bone. Just warming up through this. And then the next time that you're into your right side, stay over to your right, push your hands into the ground so that weight is going into your left hip bone. And then see if you can catch your foot. Use a block or a strap to help you. Keep pushing into that left hip bone deep into the ground as you stretch out through that right hamstring. And at your own comfort, you can lower. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And on your next exhalation, walk it all the way over to that left side. Press those hands into the ground to make sure you plug your weight in toward your right hip bone. And you can stay here or you can sink deeper, touching your foot with your block or your strap. The exhalation lowers you even deeper. Spine nice and long. Keep breathing. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, bring it back to center. Find yourself all the way up, and we're going to bring our legs in front of us. Roll onto your back and just massage through your spine, rocking side to side. Start finding your happy baby. Your peace sign fingers around your big toes. You can keep your legs straight, you can keep your legs bent, or you can straighten them up. And if you want, you could wrap your whole hands around your foot instead of just the big toe. Whatever feels good for you. And bend those knees, place your feet onto the floor, take both knees over to the right side. With the arms out to a T, look to the left. You can stay here, or if you want to take an additional stretch, take your top leg, hold on to it, and your bottom leg. Make sure those shoulders stay grounded. Breathe. And on your exhalation, bring those knees back into your chest. Take a few rocks side to side. And both knees over to the left. Tee those arms out, palms facing up. Look to the right, legs are to the left. And if you wanted to take your bind on your stretch, you could catch your bottom foot with your right hand. Make sure that shoulder stays grounded. And your top foot with your left hand. 5 more breaths. And the exhalation gently releases you. Nice big hug. Find a neutral spine, bring yourself into a nice tight ball. And we're gonna squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 5. Squeeze 4. Squeeze even the fist and the feet. 3, 2, and 1. Release out into Savasana. Take a big deep breath through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Just release your energy into the earth. Grounding. On the inhalation, send it up into the atmosphere, into the central sun. Feeling the counteraction of the inhalation and exhalation. The grounding and the expansion. The horizontal and the vertical. Feeling so relaxed, calm and peaceful. And when you're ready, just start making small little movements, wiggling fingers, toes, blinking your eyes, moving your head side to side, tugging your knees into your chest. Coming to your right side, pausing for a moment, just feeling into your breath. And when you're ready, use that left hand to press you up into seated position. Bring those arms out into a T position with the palms facing up. That slight lift in the chin, slight lift in the corners of your mouth. Remembering your intention for your practice today. Always benefiting yourself and all beings everywhere. And taking that intention with you throughout your day. And on the next inhalation, inhale the arms all the way up, palms touch at the top. Exhale into your heart center. One more time, up and around. Inhale up, palms touch. Exhale into your heart. And namaste.